As you can see, chat, this is Schwarzhafen. It's a very basic map, right? It has a little bit of hill work on either side, a tiny bit of forest on either side. There's no real big shenanigans, so it's kind of straightforward. And so X, do you want to go over the Greenskins?
I would love to. Alright, up in the air, we have an Orc Warboss, whoa, on a Wyvern. He is rocking Wa and a Potion of Strength, as well as Potion of Toughness, sorry. We have 1 unit of Forest Gobbo Spider Riders and 1 unit of the Mangy Marauders, our lovely Goblin Wolf Riders with Armor Piercing. We have 1 unit of Silver Experienced Trolls, interesting choice. We have a Orc Boarboy Big Gun for that anti-armor, anti-large. We have a Night Goblin Shaman with a couple abilities, actually. We have Sneaky Seal, of course, Sneaky Stabbin', Vindictive Glare, and Itchy Nuisance. For the main line, we have... Oh, we also have a Hammer of Gork Rock Lobber, so that's pretty cool. We have 2 regular Savage Orcs, along with 3 Savage Orc Big Guns, plus a Black Orc, a Night Goblin Infantry unit, which are the Unbreakable ones. So a lot of mixed units, and again, seeing a lot of those Savage Orcs that we were talking about. As well, yeah, and 1 more regular Goblin Infantry.
Yeah, so pretty much just a lot of Savage Orcs to do some work, and a lot of combinations of interesting units. We'll see how it does.
Yep.
Duck has taken the Empire, of course, and in the air, he's taken Balthasar Gelt on a Pegasus with transmutation of lead and plague of rust. So a cheap, quick lord that's not going to be able to be touched because he can pretty much fly all day away from the enemy. For the infantry, and there's plenty here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of great swords. We got a Sigmar Sun swordsman, we got a Tattersall Flagellants, there we go, and a spearman unit. And for the cavalry, we have 3 units of Reichsguard. And for last but not least, for the missile units, we got 3 units of Free Company Militia. A very interesting and different Empire army that pretty much focus on a strong melee front line, strong cavalry, and some decent range units to take out a potential giant or anything like that.
Yep.
A very interesting army. I like the Balthasar Gelt pick, if people are wondering. You take Balthasar Gelt if you want a cheap lord and also a caster, so you're basically saving a lot of money.
Indeed. So for the Empire line, it's a great swords, right? So I've been thinking about this a lot. What do you take against the Savage Orcs? Do you take the great swords for the armor, but you are wasting their armor piercing, or what do you like to take?
Against Savage Orcs, I think you're just forced sort of to take great swords, but you need cavalry or crossbowmen or some other range units to help take them down. Pretty much hold the line with great swords and charge them in the back. I feel like that's usually the best way to deal with Savage Orcs while having terror near them, because otherwise they'll just kind of win against your greatswords over time.
Yep, I would agree.
And here you go, chat. The battle has started. We have the Mangy Marauders sort of moving over on the flank. They might try to bother the Reichsguard a bit that was moving up, but they quickly decided not to. They don't want to start taking armor-piercing arrow damage from the Mangy Marauders, who does a lot of that.
Indeed, these Hammer of Gork, they're looking a little bit confused moving around here. I'm not sure what they're doing.
Yeah, I think they were trying to shoot at some of the knights.
Yeah.
Yep, it's coming through and miss.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were probably stationed to hit another unit, but then they want to change onto the knights. And oh, they did hit a knight this time, taking down 1 model, but it's got to do more work, especially for its cost. Of course, oh, actually, yeah, I just killed like 4 of them in that one.
Mangy Marauders got a little bit too close, and the Free Company Militia are going to punish them for that.
Yeah, I feel like the Free Company Militia is actually a really good choice here, because they can defend against Mangy Marauders, and they're decent melee too, right?
Yeah. I really like that choice, especially when you have the fear of Goblin and Wolf Riders coming at you.
Yeah, we do see the Hammer of Gork doing a ton of damage, and I'm starting to wonder, like, can Duck really, you know, afford to wait more time with taking it down? Like, he is moving his infantry as fast as possible, but his Reichsguard has already taken near half damage, and that's pretty much what the Reichsguard is like 1100. That's a lot of gold. So basically the Hammer of Gold has almost paid back for itself. Yeah, it actually has, because it's doing a lot of damage to the other Reichsguard too.
But he has a little bit ahead, so those other Reichsguard are going to charge right out forward, but he has a lot of support nearby, so that attack will be thwarted.
Yeah, he's pretty much just trying to bait him in so he can counter charging right here, right? But we'll see if that works. For now, Balthasar, he's still just chilling in the air. The Orc boss is also just chilling. The Free Company militia are firing, and oh, in comes the charge. 6.
Indeed, the whole line's having some charges. Now comes down to who is a better micro.
Indeed. Oh, we do see them meeting in the center very quickly. Over here, we do see the Savage Orc starting to push after the Free Company militia, but the Sigmar Sons are quickly moving in. The Reichsguard have sort of been caught all over the place and taking a lot of damage already. And Duck's gotta be careful about that, because you really don't want to lose your Reichsguard so early on, especially not when they are 1100 apiece.
Indeed, yeah, it looks like the Greenskins are really pushing hard on this flank. While on the right flank of the Empire, they're getting kind of clumped up.
Yeah, do you think he'll just try to push through there? Because it kind of looks like he's in trouble on the left flank. We do have the Trolls getting a nice clean charge off on the Great Swords, and they gotta be careful, because those Trolls will do a lot of damage very quickly.
Yeah, he has his Free Company militia shooting right at them. And in the middle of the lines, the War Boss just got right into those Free Company.
Yeah, he definitely wants to try and stop them a bit, because otherwise the Free Company will just shoot forever. The thing is, Balthasar is just pretty much flying around, because he can't really land. And oh, those Great Swords that were charged by the Trolls have now been terrorized, already taking a lot of damage. Empire's gotta be kinda worried here, because there's a lot of Greenskins left on the field. Of course, he is doing pretty well in this flank, but he doesn't have any unit that can really stop the War Boss. The War Boss should be able to, in this game, pretty much just run wild.
Yeah, this is exactly where you want him, on the ground disrupting archers. And look at this, one unit got free, and they're going to be a nice flanking charge right now.
Yeah, the Savage Orcs can just charge in and do a great flank now. They don't have armor piercing, but they'll still do pretty good damage, especially just to the leadership, because they are flanking, and the War Boss might try to fly it down there to cause some terror, but oh, he's gotten up for another charge, giving the Free Company militia a full volley, but it didn't really do all that much to the War Boss, and things are starting to look kind of dire for the Empire right here.
Yeah, the left flank is just sweeping through in the back lines. And that right flank is pretty hard fought, and he needs to be relieved, but looks like no help will be coming.
Yeah, because he can't really send any help, right? He's pretty much losing all of his units. I think losing his Reichsguard early on made for a pretty damn bad deal for the Empire here. I think he got a bit over-eager, but at the same time, he didn't really have a choice, because the Hammer of the God kept doing a ton of damage to him, so he was kind of forced to try and get them in there before they got completely killed, but they just ended up getting killed in melee combat too.
Yeah, no rusty arrows here, but again, on this map you don't really need that, you just need to bring him close.
Yeah, and close he got, and oh, the War Boss still doing a lot of work, and again, Balthasar, yeah, he can charge over and over again, but that didn't quite help him, and Soothsayer takes the first game in a very convincing manner with the Greenskins over the Empire. We have the Sigmar Sons trying to hold out, but there's 12 of those left, and I don't really think they'll be able to do it.
Agreed. And those Trolls getting up to 76 kills and doing a lot of damage against the Great Swords, so very good pick actually. Pretty surprised.
Yeah, the Trolls did very great this game, because there was no real anti-large unit to stop them, right? The Free Company militia didn't do the work that they should have been doing on the Trolls. There were no handgunners, crossbowmen, demigriffs, nothing to really stop those Trolls. And when Trolls are allowed to just flank and do kill style like they do best, they are very, very useful.
Indeed.
Oh, there we have it. Yeah, Trolls did very well. 81 kills, Savage Orcs racking up a lot of kills, Black Orcs as well with the 8-peak loonies. And Empire, just not really a lot of kills getting done. Some Great Swords did okay, but 56 as the most, it's not really what you want to see.
Yeah, pretty generic army that could have worked, but again, he just let the Greenskins go all over him.
Yeah, he didn't really seem to have like a plan to stop the initial charge. I think he wanted to use Reichsguard for that, but because the Hammer of Gork forced his hand so early on, his strategy was sort of messed with, I think.
Indeed.